Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week, I think it's only me, no one else told me they wanted to commentate. Give me one moment. I will be right back. If I'm too loud or too quiet, or if you hear background noise, please let me know. We want the stream to be just perfect for you, so give any feedback you might have. Trust me, it really helps. Hello there, Training Wheels. The voice has spoken. You might remember me from that guy who played this game like 3 months ago. I've been so uninvolved with Get Gr8 lately, it's really depressing, actually. I wish I was here more often, but I haven't had internet. I moved halfway across the country. I'm in the middle of effing nowhere. Let's practice censoring myself for Frosty Faustings. Maybe I can get some live commentary seats there. That'd be kind of cool. So meanwhile, I want you guys to sit tight, go ahead and join the lobby, fight each other, entertain the audience. Do whatever you guys would like. I have to finish up the details regarding the matchups and making posts, and also apologizing to the rest of the world, because literally sign-up posts have not gone out in 2 weeks. So from most people's perspective, Get Gr8 is dead. 3 months is actually exaggerating. I actually moved out October 10th. That hasn't even been 1 month. Or October 13th. That hasn't even been 1 month. The month before that was me panicking and, like, preparing. Joke's on you. You might be living in the middle of nowhere, but you're always going to... Aww. My feels. They're doing a thing. Do you guys feel... do you guys hear feedback? Uh-oh. Let me know if you guys hear feedback. That'd be concerning. And also, should be impossible, because I'm wearing a headset. I don't know where that feedback could possibly be coming. Oh, it was a joke. Oh, okay. Oh, thank goodness. I realized it was a pun now, and that's amazing. I love you now. Thank you. Thank you for this. I needed it. If you need to AFK, use the bathroom, whatever. Don't worry about it. Honestly, we're probably not going to start for another few more minutes. I'm expecting about 10 more minutes. If you guys want to chill, talk with friends, just prepare, practice a little bit, show off your talent on stream, go ahead. Just hop into this lobby and ready up, fight your friends, or do whatever you need to. Just a reminder that if you are participating today, please join the group chat. It has been linked to every chat at this point. Just be in the group chat until you are completely done with the event. It is the best way to get in contact with people, help people join the lobby, etc., etc. I mean, it's gotten worse because Steam's UI is modified, but it is still a standard procedure thing that we do at Get Gr8. Until that changes, please make sure you stay in the group chat if you are participating today.
Fight is futile. Who will be our star tonight? Fight!
I'm surprised you still had your brain.
We'll be right back after these messages. Perfection! This battle is all in the mind. Let's rock! Out here!
Hmm?
It's a mysterious and wild Emmy. She appears. Hello. How are you? Also, where were you yesterday?
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
Nice. Sit tight, everyone. We're almost ready to go. Just making sure final adjustments are ready, making sure there's nothing dropped, etc. Be right back. Sound should be restored. I muted everything because I didn't want background things to get in, but we seem to be good to go. If Emmy was talking, nobody heard it. So Emmy's gonna chill in here. I think this was happening. The only response I've gotten from her is, I need to crouching like it more. Yeah, double low is pretty powerful. The reason it's powerful is because it's a mix-up.
Hello?
Hello, Emmy. Yeah, so what you guys got to do is when you do a crouching leg kick, you're positive. So if frame traps into itself, the mix-up there is that if you go for a grab, they can't keep blocking low because you can't tech a grab while you're crouch blocking. You tech a throw by throwing yourself, and you can't throw when you're crouching. So because of that, you can't tech a throw when you're crouching either. That's how it works. Alright, this will be the final match, then we'll go ahead and start the stream. Anyway, hello, Emmy. There's no sound in Discord? Oh! So Emmy can't hear me.
They can tell us apart by the scars. We'll be right back after
Hey, Emmy, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, I was talking to you all this time, and I'm just like, oh, she's just ignoring me. Oops.
I would never ignore you.
Oh, okay. So where were you yesterday then?
I was there. I thought.
You were
I thought you-
offline like 3 different times I checked, so I'm just like, she'll message me when she's back. And then you just didn't hang out.
Was I?
Yeah, you were offline for most of the day.
Was
I probably should have just said
sorry.
something. That would have been smarter, but like,
I feel like that would have been a smart thing to do.
yeah, smart things are for smart people. Like me.
Yeah.
I concluded absolutely not. I'm gonna lower this so you don't cap out the mic.
Yeah, sorry
Okay.
about that.
That's not your fault. Audio levels have been really wonky, where Skullgirls for some reason isn't loud enough, and well, I mean, you are, which is weird. I don't know how this works. Audio levels have been all sorts of wonky lately.
Hmm.
Either way, we're here. We're ready to go. You guys queued up again. I can't believe you guys would do this to me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a new lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. We are now starting. What we do here is we try to match up against an even opponent, as best as we can, of course. We are constrained to the participants that we have. And we try to give you constructive criticism on your play. It's kind of frustrating to queue up on quick match because you never know who you're going to fight or what skill level you're going to be at. And you don't really always get really good feedback from, because you're entirely responsible for judging yourself. While it's an important skill to practice judging yourself, it is always good to get advice from a third party, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys out, and also just to make sure you guys have a good time, introduce you to the community, so on and so forth. In case you guys are not already a part of our public Discord, if you type !Discord into chat, you should be able to join our Discord through that permanent invite. And yeah, we have a pretty active community there. Lots of people are always talking and chilling and having fun and asking for games, so be sure to have fun with them. Come chill with us. We're pretty cool, I think.
I think.
I don't know. Like, it's like a you can't do that, right? Like it's one of those empty statements where it's like you can't call yourself cool. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Crank will put lobby link in Discord. I already did. It's there. I'll put it back in the Discord again, but it's already there. Where am I?
Where am I?
Okay, the last post in the Discord is now, in the Get Gr8 Discord channel of the Discord is that Steam link. So go check it out. Hopefully that should be everything you need. I'll move this to over here. I'll switch back to this thing. Put that over there. Micromanaging Windows is a skill.
It sure is.
Training Wheels says they're so bad. Don't worry, Training Wheels, we all are. Beverly Hillbilly says, woo, Get Gr8, man, it's been a while. I'm so glad you're here. A real robot. Oh, it was hiding between the things that, yeah. I kind of wish I could choose when I want that thing to appear and when not to appear, but either they're all there or none of them are there. And I'd rather at least some of them be there. I think we're good to go. Yeah.
Should I get in the lobby?
Sure.
Sure.
Hopefully the same lobby link works. Can you try it? Click the link in Steam. Discord. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Is it wrong link? That's the old one. No, it works still. The links are tied to the user, not to the actual lobby. It's generated as soon as there is a lobby, but once it's generated, it doesn't change for like a while. It's kind of weird. I don't understand what causes it to change, but it's not necessarily making a new lobby.
So does that mean you could make a different lobby and the link would still work?
Yeah, I already did. That's literally what I did.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah. That's the link with Wheels and Bev. Well, how did Gex join?
I just joined through because I'm friends with you on Steam.
Oh, okay. Well, I asked you to try the link. Never mind. I'm gonna make a new link. I've been rused.
I've been rused. I'm sorry I rused you.
My emotions. They're...
That's why I
feelings.
asked that. That's why I was like, oh, so that's how that works.
Yeah. But no, I've done it before, and like the lobby, just making a new lobby doesn't necessarily mean I have to get a new link. It's generally the same. So I'm gonna refresh this page, get a link again. Maybe it's just as long as I don't have two lobbies hosted at the same time. So technically, because I created the lobby with Bevan Hillbilly, maybe it's... No, that can't be it either. I don't know how it works. All right, don't worry about it too much. It ain't important. It's not real.
Nothing's
It's not my real dad. No, see, the link is exactly the same. How is that possible?
Maybe.
Yeah, no, that link is 100% identical, I think. I mean, no, it's not. Okay. The middle number has changed. Okay. So I think the first number identifies the user, second number identifies the lobby thing, and the third number is game? Question mark? I don't know, because I've seen it always end with a 4-4. Whatever. Steam does a thing.
It sure does. It does the nonsensical thing.
Fascinating. No, they're different. Yeah, you're right. Real Robot, you're right. I was wrong. I made a boof. I made an oof.
Fuck. Oh. God. Sorry.
I can't believe you've done this.
I should be ashamed of myself.
What would your mother think?
I.
Anyways, all right. Who's up first? We got Ponzer versus a Real Robot. All right, a Real Robot, you're up. So click the new link. Hold on, I'm just gonna share it everywhere because now I have it. There you go. Do the thing. Go ahead and queue up, guys, and we'll go ahead and get started. We're already starting half an hour early. Oh, I thought it would be like 10 minutes late, but I fumbled a bit.
I appreciate that the Ponzer has a very, 2002 Xbox Live name, you know?
That's optimal, in fact.
It
goes full circle, where basically now he's hip and happening. Because now he's a Xbox 2002 name, but ironically.
Yeah. Which is the best kind. That's the best way to do things.
Yeah, the next phase is you transcend irony and you actually start believing that you're cool because you've had it for so long.
Yeah. It's the most meta.
Okay, so interesting round start. You chose to do an anti-air while also using lock and load. The thing is, that space that you would normally cover with lock and load would probably be your anti-air becomes kind of redundant, so you could have actually used that space or go for some sort of mix-up. Lock and load is generally used to lock down your opponent and keep them stuck in a place, either respecting the assist or being forced to I don't know, punish it or something like that. So yeah, okay. So you're moving forward while you're calling lock and load. Be careful with that. You saw exactly what happens. Basically, if they're pressing a button, it hits both people. Basically, down back until you get to actually see what your opponent is doing against lock and load. Alright, so from King DD's perspective, you pressed a lot of buttons when Bella was coming out. They worked out well for you, but be really careful with that. It's really important to punish your opponent's assist while you can. But as a solo player, you can't really afford to do that. That's one of the luxuries you kind of lose. It's kind of considered a really ballsy move if you're a single character, you're not going to be using assist, and you're punishing your opponent's assist, because your opponent could easily take advantage of that. If Philly just blocks you trying to hit Bella, then she gets a clean punish on you and gets a full combo, and you never want to be in that situation, because as a neutral player, or as a neutral player, as a solo character player, you want to be focusing on neutral. That's where your strengths really lie. Getting the clean hit confirms and then returning back to neutral and then playing the neutral game out. When it comes to applying pressure and just keeping your opponent locked down, the person with the assist will always win.
Yeah. And talking about neutral game, it looks like Ponzer is often throwing out crouching light punch in neutral. That doesn't really have that big of a hitbox, and it hits medium, so it's not particularly useful in the neutral. Yeah. Whereas your furthermore, if you do the multi-hit for it, you're skilling your combo a lot before you even started at. So you might want to you might want to use crouching light kick more than light punch.
Yeah. Also, like in neutral, you want to use things that cover a lot of space and like kind of keep you safe. So like crouching hard punch is like a thing you can do, and if you cancel crouching hard punch into like light brass, you end up being like unpunishable even if they blocked it. So that's kind of a cheeky tactic that a lot of people can use. Another thing is I noticed you're double jumping a lot. Your double jumps are a very valuable resource. It's actually kind of quirky how you get your double jump back. You have to land and then re-jump before you get your double jump back. So if you use up your double jump and your opponent just keeps resetting you in the air, you'll never get your double jump back. It's one of those scary things that like are very, very peculiar about Skullgirls. Don't worry about it too much, but that's like a detail you should probably keep in the back of your head. Just for the most part, focus on watching yourself double jumping and ask yourself, did I need to double jump there? Why did I double jump there? Make sure you're jumping twice. If you're jumping twice, make sure it's deliberate. Nice neutral. Wow, that approach was really solid. Just like slowly inching forward, Big Band just backing off, never overcommitting. That was actually just really clean. I liked watching that.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Philia was above you, you seemed a little bit confused on what move you should throw out there. Big Band has actually really big anti-airs. Something you're not really taking advantage of is Big Band has the best DP in the game. In case you can't do a Dragon Punch motion, just do a forward and then quarter circle forward and then any punch. If you do a half circle forward instead, it'll buffer out the first forward movement, so it won't be a DP. So if you're trying to do quarter circle forward punch, do a half circle forward instead. Otherwise, do a forward, quarter circle forward, and you'll get your beat extend. And beat extend is a beautiful anti-air, especially late beat extend.
Yeah.
Got the Emmy seal of confirmation. I was gonna say approval. I don't know if she approves.
I approve.
Nice blocks.
Yeah. And if I'm not, please correct me if I'm wrong on this, but like, I believe like all of the different forms of beat extend are useful in different anti-air situations.
Anti-air not so much, but different situations in general, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Because like medium beat extend is grab invuln, if I remember correctly, and that has nothing. That literally means nothing when your opponent's in the air. So you should really never really use that for anti-air. Heavy is completely invulnerable, which is cool. Like you can't get grabbed or anything. Light is grab vulnerable, but if your opponent's in the air, like doesn't matter. Heavy's also extremely slow, so you can use it to like do weird frame traps. That's the only reason I've actually been able to get hits with it. In general, though, it's light beat extend is your friend.
Yeah.
Heavy also to punish. You overcommitted. Make sure you're only pressing it, unless you know you're definitely safe to press all those buttons. Stop after a medium. Like that. Stopping at a light is optimal, but for now, practice just at least stopping at a medium. Okay, so the last like 4 hits in a row have gotten a broken heart on you, Big Band. So like, start paying attention to when you're seeing those broken hearts, because that's a counter hit state. And what that means is you were trying to press a button while your opponent was had the advantage. Like they were taking advantage of the fact that you were taking Let me try that again. They were taking advantage of the fact that you were pressing a lot of buttons by beating out your startup and doing faster moves and getting the hit first. And what that means is they do 50% more damage with the move that they hit with, but they also get to do a longer combo on you if you guys had solid B&Bs. You guys both seem to have a good understanding of strings in general. Like, you guys both have routes with your characters, but you guys are dropping it a lot. Make sure you guys are packed. Wow, my tongue is dead today. Make sure you guys are practicing your combos.
Yeah. Also, I saw a robot try to do a grab reset during the middle of the combo. Remember that you can't grab if someone is still in hit stun, so you gotta wait for a little bit.
You can't grab someone if anyone's in any type of stun. So if they're in the middle of block stun, you can't grab them that either. That's why an interesting way to actually beat grabs is to push block, because push block sets your block stun to be 25 flat, no matter what. Mm-hmm. So if your opponent's doing a lot of mix-ups on you, in case you guys don't know, there are tons of defensive options. For example, Absolute Guard, which is while you're push blocking, switch the direction of your block. If you want a full detailed list of defensive options that you have while your opponent's applying pressure, which would be really useful for you, Ponzer, because you're a solo player, check out the Twitch chat where there's a command called !DEFEN. I think it's SE. Is it? Yeah. And it'll take you to a post I made like 2 years ago, which lists like the 6 core defense options that Skullgirls offers.
Yeah.
So something you should also practice, Ponzer. Emmy kind of alluded to it before, where you're like starting a lot of your combos with crouching light punch, and you should be poking with crouching light kick instead. But also just start your combos with crouching light kick too. A, it's a single hitting move. B, it has a beautiful like range in terms of its hitbox. And C, like it's low. So if your opponent is standing or anything, like it's gonna hit him out of it. Even starting with standing light punch is risky because some characters can low profile it. It's really high up. That's why it's also commonly used as like a weird anti-air to beat out jump startup. But the real problem with it is that it hits twice, and that you want to reduce multi-hitting lights as much as you can early on in your combo. Multi-hitting mediums also.
Because you scale your combo really bad, and then you get less damage, and it's big band, and especially if it's still a big band, you want to get the most out of that damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna link one more thing into Twitch chat. I'm gonna also make sure Twitch chat is on stream so the VOD can have it. But let me see if I have the video handy. I do. Awesome. So check out this video on damage scaling. It explains in detail how scaling works per hit, and when you want to use strong single hit moves, and when you want to use lots of multi-hit moves and things like that. So go check it out. It's definitely valuable information. It's something you're definitely going to need to know as you get further in the game. And thank you guys for playing. You guys did pretty awesome. Any final comments, Emmy?
None that I can think of.
Yeah. Both those players are actually doing some really, really cool stuff. I really like the neutral movement. Like, you guys didn't just commit and press buttons for no reason. Like, you guys tried to inch forward, space things out, not really press a button unless you thought you guys could like kind of get a hit. I didn't see Big Ben just kind of pressing buttons for no reason. You like inched backwards, and Philia like approach would press like would do her instant hair dash and then like just block, like land cancel and block. That was kind of cool. I just really liked overall how neutral looked. It's going in the right direction. It's not perfect, obviously. When you guys are pressing buttons needs to change a little bit. What buttons you guys are pressing while you're approaching should change a little bit. For example, Philia should be using light kick in the air when you instant air dash light kick against a grounded opponent, or light punch. Either one works. Using hard punch it really only works air to air, because if you actually look at the hitboxes in training mode, you'll realize that hitbox is slightly above her. It doesn't actually hit below her. So like approaching a crouching opponent, it might work sometimes, especially against Big Bang because he's so big. But in general, it's not something that you want to get into the habit of.
Yeah.
But you think Big Ben was anti-airing with light punch a lot? That's a valid thing to do. Usually not if they're already in the air. If you think that they're about to jump up, that's when light punch is really, really powerful. Normally, if they're already in the air and they're descending upon you, light punch is good, not the greatest. Light beat extend is kind of your friend there. The other thing is light beat extend would give you a medium counter hit. Also, go ahead.
Yeah. Also, I think if you're gonna anti-air with light punch, you're better off with standing light punch instead of crouching.
Oh, were they referring to crouching light punch? I think they meant standing light punch.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Never use crouching light punch to anti-air anything. It's not an anti-air.
Yeah.
It's an anti-damage. All it does is scale your combo.
Yeah.
It's a good move. Don't get me wrong though. Like I use it a lot. It's really good because it can be canceled into crouching light kick. So what you can do, what I commonly do, is one hit of crouching light punch, then one hit of crouching light kick. Even though it hits mid first, it like puts him into blocks. Then it's like a safe move to start with, and it hits like a decent space in front of you. I don't know. It's a valuable and useful tool. What about as a meaty? It's not disjointed enough to be a real meaty, but it's not like a bad meaty also. The thing is, I would probably prefer using crouching hard kick as a meaty, and that seems weird because it's a sweep and you can't really convert off of it. But when you're big band, it doesn't matter. You don't mind playing Ogi. Like that's a situation you're in that's favorable for you. And the other thing is, like, if they block it, like if they just respect it, get up and block low, then you can make it safe light brass. So it leads to some interesting situations. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it as meaty. You're a little bit too close to your opponent, and like meaties in this game in general seem to be relatively weak. Like this ain't guilty here. Like you're not gonna have meaty start like Oki, really. Even cremation, I would say, is like a questionable Oki tool. Doesn't it have a lot of active frames though? Yes, but it doesn't. It doesn't reach far enough for you to be safe on Wake Up. Like, Wake Up is completely invuln. So if you Wake Up DP, that just beats it out. Like, it's not like you can mix it up or, like, use it to beat out certain Wake Up options or things like that. The other thing is, like, it doesn't autocorrect nearly as well as, like... Yeah, it just doesn't autocorrect. So, like, Big Band should be using, like, Crouching Medium Kick, for example, on Wake Up, because if they tech past you, then they will... what's it called? Pick you up. Transit Crow says there's no sound. Do you not hear sound? Does anyone not hear sound?
Let me check.
Thank you, Emmy. Assuming people can hear me, and I'm cutting out. Really? Okay, most people saying it sounds fine.
Yeah, I hear it just fine.
Yeah, okay. Transit Crow, you might want to pause the stream while you're playing, if it might be a connection hick. Facade, I'll get back to your question, but like, there's basically multiple things that need to be met for something to be meaty. That's why Ryu in Street Fighter 4, his meaty is really, really powerful. It's like this one random kick, and it just sticks out horizontally in front of him. It's like really far out there. That's what makes it a good meaty. Crouching Light Punch doesn't have that far outreach, so no matter how many active frames it has, it doesn't really help. Also, thank you, Hillbilly, for re-emphasizing that. Definitely pause the stream while you are playing. Do not listen to me. Listen to the VOD. All my advice will still be there, I promise. Meanwhile, up next is going to be Fluff 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 versus Sainoon. I feel like Fluff 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 has a different Twitch name, and I don't remember what it is. And that hurts my brain.
I feel like it's Fluff Fluff Fluff.
Is it, actually?
I think it might be. I might be very wrong about that, but...
It's Transit Crow. Okay, Transit Crow is Fluff Fluff Fluff. Okay.
I was in fact very wrong about that.
Excellent. I love proving you wrong.
Oh, thanks.
I get off to that.
Oh. Okay.
I'm on the internet. That's all I do.
You're right. What is it? Nerds are passionate about a lot of things, but there's one thing they love more than anything else, and that is correcting people.
Question: should I be canceling 2 hard kick Eliza with spiral or uppercut? No. In general, no. You should threaten to be able to do that. So basically, you being able to cancel your crouching hard into what's it called, uppercut, to make it a frame trap is something you should do once, if ever. The idea is that you should never want to do it because it's really bad, but it will beat out anyone who thinks they can punish you after 2 hard kick or crouching hard kick. So it's... Does that make sense? It's more, the only reason you would ever do it is to make a statement. Like, I'm willing to do it because I'm crazy. But you should never actually want to. Okay, so you used jumping hard kick in the air while after you like smacked your opponent down. Be aware of where your hitboxes are going to be. Like, using, what's it called, jumping hard kick there just kind of kept you floating in the air. I think it's jumping hard kick that keeps you floating in the air, right?
Jumping hard punch. For Sarabella?
No. For Fortune, like when she does the 2 kicks in the air. Is that jumping medium kick or hard kick? I think it's hard kick.
I think that's medium kick.
Either way, don't do that move if your opponent's below you, because obviously, like, look at just the animation. It doesn't hit that direction. Use jumping hard punch. I think it was just a mispress. I think they meant to use like the command hard kick, like the axe kick.
Yeah, probably.
2 counter hits. Careful when you're pressing buttons, Sainoon. You are not at advantage here. Like, your opponent's the one pressing buttons. It's their turn. Respect it. This ain't Tekken. You have to respect people's turns. That was exciting.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That was a lot more hits than I thought would be there. Well, Sainoon, good job taking advantage of snaps. As a solo, that's extra important. That does heal you. That's something that I think Ponzer never did. Snaps are extremely important when you're a solo character. Nice super there. I didn't even think that was gonna work. I thought that was gonna land cancel too fast. So I thought Fluff 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 made a really good bait, but that super actually beat it out. Must be the hit stop. Hard kick is a pseudo axe kick. Oh yeah, it's like the weird flip kick. You're right. I remember that now. It's like a sideways roundhouse.
Sideways roundhouse.
I don't think anyone else visualizes it that way besides me. Wait, what's this? That was a double statement. English is
English is a language.
English is my best testing score apparently.
Yeah, same here.
But for you, it actually makes sense.
What do you mean?
I don't know what I meant.
He's saying I'm good at language.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
You're very welcome. Go Bomber Assist coming out. Be careful when you're backdashing. You're completely invulnerable for all of your backdash animation. In general, backdashing in this game is a mistake. You usually don't even want to use it for spacing. There are better spacing tools that almost every character has, if not every character.
Would you say Bomber Assist is more of a pressure tool, or that it can be used as an escape tool?
In general, you should never be using assist as an escape tool. It's kind of, at a high level, it only works because it comes off as a surprise. It's like,
Right.
no one would in their right mind would call assist here, and then you keep on applying pressure, and then the assist comes out, and its iframes beat out whatever you were
Right.
doing. But it is a DP, and it is a pressure tool. That's why it's one of the most common assists in the game, because it's just the best. Well, it's not a DP really anymore, because Light Bomber is the only one that's truly invulnerable, right? I forget how that works.
I'm not sure.
I don't play double, so I can't honestly vouch for that. But from what I understand, Light Bomber is the only one that's truly invulnerable. So Heavy Bomber is definitely more of a lockdown tool. In terms of an escape tool, you don't want to use Light Bomber. Quote unquote escape tool. It shouldn't be an escape tool. It should be a frame trap tool. That's how Kenji runs Beat Extend, and it made him win Salty on his first try. So that's kind of cool.
Damn.
Ooh, I think he accidentally ate his input for instant air dash because that was misspaced. Yeah, after Wheel of Fortune, like you have 4 seconds or so. Not really. It feels like 4 seconds to realize that Wheel of Fortune is hitting your opponent. Make sure you are hit confirming off of that. It does not have to stop there. There are many things you can do from that. Nice blocks. Yeah. Sainoon, I'd look for ways to pressure into an overhead. Because I've noticed you do a lot of your pressure strings are just a whole bunch of lows back to back, which is good. Don't get me wrong. But it's not good if that's all you do. You want to be able to at least threaten the overhead. So maybe trap them with the head while they're stuck blocking your string, and then do an instant air dash Elgato or something like that. Elgato's overhead, right? It better be overhead.
It is.
Yeah.
Or the axe kick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's overhead.
L Bomber is the invuln one. M Bomber assist is a neutral and lockdown tool. H Bomber is more of a long range zoning tool. I guess it's because H Bomber whiffs on crouching opponents. That might be the reason. Yeah, I kind of agree with what Fasad said. I think that makes a lot of sense. He also plays a lot of double, so believe it. It's like his second best character out of the entire cast that he plays. Is there a character you don't play, Facade? I don't think I've seen you play Band. Nice pressure. Wow. There we go. There's the overhead. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Fluff. Bella has so many reversals. Use them. You had a meter, so you could have obviously Diamond Dynamoed. But you also have a DP which anti-airs, and Fortune loves instant overheading you. Or, what's it called? Yeah, instant overhead. Is it an instant overhead? Whatever. Instant air dash overhead. So basically, Fortune gets right above you and then hits you. Your DP will anti-air that. You also have lock and load, which you can armor cancel based into whatever you need to. Like you have lots of tools. Use them. I play Band whenever I want to experiment with them. Okay, so you have touched him. I doubt you haven't touched Beowulf. Beowulf seems like someone that you would have lots of fun with. I think you played Team America, which requires Beowulf.
Of course it does.
Who? Well, there are only 3 characters in the game that have full America skins, I think. Right? It's double Beowulf and... I forgot the third. Bella? Question?
Bella.
I think it's Bella.
I think it's Bella.
Yeah, I think it is Bella. I think you're right. Yeah, give the Brazilian an American costume. Bella DP is kind of a read, though. Not when you're fighting Fortune, because that's all Fortune does. Okay, so after you use a heavy as Bella, okay, so normally you want your pressure strings to never go past a light. For the average player, or I guess for most players that aren't just really, really high level, medium is where you expect to stop your pressure if you're being blocked. So practice reacting to that. If you overcommit to the heavy, practice frame trapping into specials. So for example, Bella, after your heavy launcher came out and your opponent blocked it, what you should have done is lock and load, and then cancel that if you needed to, or like whatever. Because if your opponent immediately presses the button, then you have armor, and then you can cancel that into 360, which would have beaten out your opponent. If your opponent jumped in the air or whatever, then like you can make them block it, force the land cancel, and then do all sorts of silly shenanigans. Oh yeah, run stops. Oh yeah. Wow, I'm an idiot. That's actually probably the best option you have there after a heavy run stop. If you don't know what a run stop is, talk to Hillbilly or any Bella player really.
Yeah,
it's like fundamental. Played Beowulf and be great. Yeah, exactly. That's you played Team America all the way through on 4th of July. Headless Fortune player. Facade's a Headless Fortune player. This person plays a little bit of Headless, I've noticed. They're learning Headless, as they have said in chat. Good stuff. I do respect a good old Headless Fortune. So I think that was 5 games, right? Did all 5 games finish? I don't think there was a disconnect. Yeah.
I believe that was 5 games, yeah.
Yeah. So well played by both of you two. Also, something I just never really had a chance to talk about. None of you really got your Undizzy bar to full. Like, I don't think any of you guys finished a combo. Even more so than the first matchup, I would definitely say practice your B&Bs. Like, this is extra important for you two. And I know you guys are playing reset-heavy characters in general, but, like, make sure you are mixing burst baits into your resets and things like that. Burst bait is a very, very important tool. It helps trick your opponents into respecting your resets when they really shouldn't and just should mash DP or supers. So, like, burst baits should always be feared. That means you guys need to finish your combos. And I can't, from what I watched, I can't honestly tell if you guys can finish your combos. So if you guys can't, make sure you practice with that. If you guys can, ignore everything I just said. Now we're moving on to the intermediate.
Your combos.
What's about? What about practicing combos?
Yeah, I would still practice your combos because it helps you arm up.
Yeah, I mean, to this day, I feel like every pro player, average player, or bad player should be practicing their combos. There's never a reason not to practice the combos.
Yeah.
Hillbilly's been playing for 1,300 hours or something, and he is still seeing if he can do how many times he can get his BNB in a row in the lab. I do the same. This is a thing that should be routine.
Yeah.
Next up will be Variant against their opponent, Free Mercenary. Isn't that Training Wheels? Am I crazy?
I don't know.
You're not gonna try again. Not gonna give me the satisfaction.
No.
All right, Training Wheels, you are up next. Speaking of Training Wheels, I'm hearing a tricycle squeak in the background. Screech, squeech, squeech.
Screech. Screech.
Squeech. Yeah, it's Wheels versus Fairy. That's what I thought. All right, I mean, you have the reins. I gotta be right back.
Oh, okay. So, Variance versus Free Mercenary. You got a pain wheel. Hmm. Oh, good approach.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh. Hey.
Nice.
So I see. Okay, so as Painwheel, I feel like one of your greatest strengths as Painwheel is keeping the pressure up. Remember that you can cancel any of your moves basically with flight. And thereby, when you're close to your opponent, especially an opponent that wants to zone you, like Parasol double, in this scenario, and you get in, you want to stay in forever.
Yeah. So note that Hatred Guard is giving you armor, and that's why you're beating all these things. You should already know by now, I hope. But the reason I point that out is because the way you beat armor is either by sweeps or grabs, right? And so you notice your opponent is successfully grabbing you out of your Hatred Guard a lot. So if you faked it out instead, if you used just like a millisecond of Hatred Guard, like as little as possible, and then instantly flight canceled, it would trick your opponent into wanting to grab you, and you'd be in the air because you're flying. So your opponent would whiff a grab, you'd get a full punish on them. That's pretty good. It's also a stage 1 combo because your first hit was in the air. And that means your combo can be a little bit longer, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice use of the tier pressure, because that meant you're even on a super confirm, like your opponent would have to play neutral. They wouldn't have clean Oki on you. Or clean OTG on you. They would have to play Oki. There we go. That's what I meant. If you guys don't know what Oki means, because it is kind of a niche term, it basically just means, I think it's short for Okizemi. I forgot how it works. But basically, what it means is your opponent's been in a knockdown state, so while they're getting up, you are free to just set up whatever situation you want. And that's called Oki game. Like, you're setting up a situation for your opponent's wake up.
Yeah. Okizeme was a Guilty Gear player who was known for doing that.
That's what it's from?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
That term is literally so official,
It's
quote
so-
unquote, that like
Yeah,
Tekken says it in its tutorial. It just calls it an Okizeme.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
It is. It's like the Ken combo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Or I guess,
that's like
Tiger
less
emotions and
ridiculous.
stuff like that.
Or like wobbling. I love that wobbling is a thing.
Yeah. The wobble.
Wobbles.
What do we got? Round start. Instant, both people jump up. Ironically, Painwheel gets beaten out by the Painwheel grab.
Those burst base aren't real.
So you can... Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
In the first few hits there.
Ooh, got hit low. Nice stagger low there. That was excellent. Good grab.
So-
I don't even know why that grab worked. That it shouldn't have. Make sure you guys are hit confirming. If you guys are pressing a button, it should be with the purpose that you're expecting it to get hit. Don't just throw out buttons for no reason. That's a very important skill. It also will help you learn to not get counter hit. And that means that if you're expecting the move to hit, you guys should be converting off of it. So those stray hits like that shouldn't be happening. And I know that comes with practice, but it's something you guys gotta keep in mind. Look at how many times you guys are getting hits and not being able to confirm off of it. All of those times were buttons you guys pressed without actually expecting them to hit.
Yeah.
That counter hit.
Also, for free mark, I see that you're kind of just taking variance pressure, that is Painwheel a lot, when it's not real. If you see variance, and if you see Painwheel not flight canceling, you can take advantage of that and counter hit.
Especially if it's ending in a heavy. If it's medium, then it's safe, but whatever.
Yeah.
If they are flight canceling, then even then you can still pillar. Like if Painwheel doesn't calm down with the buttons you're suppressing, then you still got pillar. Pillar's a friend. I'm seeing very few DPs come out, like, which is kind of obscure. Normally, from players until they hit like upper intermediate, you see kind of reversal like DPs or supers like all the time, but all day today, beginner bracket and this intermediate match, we have not seen many reversals at all. Guys, reversals are important. I don't want to say they're good, but they're important. Like they cover a very important part of the spectrum of offense tools. So make sure you guys are at least utilizing them. Acknowledge their existence. Suck at dashing because double tap dashing. Double tap dashing is fine. I don't. But if you're having trouble with that, practice it. Also, let me know if you're playing on a pad or a stick, because that could be an important factor in it. If you are having too much trouble with double tap dashing, force yourself to start using button dashing, because, frankly speaking, dashing is far too important in this game to be able to, what's it called? Have to compromise it. You're playing on keyboard. Yeah, that's fine. As long as you're using hitbox setup. If you're using WASD setup or like arrow key setup, then I highly recommend you change your habits, because it is going to become like a crutch for you. And yes, WASD boxes do exist, as they're lovingly called. PME custom had a WASD box custom made for him, so it can be used as a hitbox. And clearly he's like playing at top level, top 4. So like it works out fine. Play whatever is comfortable for you, but I highly recommend, especially this early on in your like career of fighting games, please learn hitbox setup. It'll be good for you. It is good for your hands, good for your wrist, good for your execution. It's just better in every way.
Unless you're trash like me, can only use a pad ever.
That's fine. Like even pad is fine. The only problem is with what you do is that you literally wear a pad out and then it's broken, and then you like glue this broken parts aside so they don't get in your way while you keep playing, instead of getting a new pad.
Listen, I wanna be known for that.
You want to be known for the person whose pad is so bad that people should pity buy. I ran out of air. People should just pity buy you a new pad.
Yeah, precisely. I want the FGC to be my sugar daddy.
Nice.
Anyway.
It's working.
It's working.
I mean, I've successfully gotten you a blanket and given you my pad, so...
Yeah, I mean, you're the entirety of the FGC. Everybody
I am the
knows
FGC. I'm so important. I have a Stansling macro, never used it to dash.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to commend Variance for adapting, especially at the beginning of this match, with the flight cancels and stuff. Like I saw Variance flight canceling a lot at the beginning of this match. Cool beans.
I also just like how Freemark is playing the matchup. Like whenever Painwheel's out, that's the only time you're releasing a lot of grabs. from Freemerk. So
Yeah.
like props, dude. Like that's adjustment on both sides. That's real fighting games. That's Skullgirls. That's like both people should be adapting to each other, changing the strategies, and should keep on going. Like whenever you hear JP versus Penny, like 60th level of Yomi or whatever, that's what it is. That's like understanding your opponent so far that you guys just keep on adapting to each other.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a rough conversion. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough. If you use Butcher's Blade a little bit too early, then they're not close enough for you to convert off that bounce. That should kill. Oh, you had 3 meters. That should definitely kill. There's no excuse for that to not kill. It's poetry in motion. Cute, terrorizing poetry. Yeah. I actually really like the light punch, heavy punch macro for stanceling. I don't use it. I tried to get into it, but like I just couldn't get into the habit of it. A, it dashes, which is nice, obviously. B, it stancels, which is great. So you could also use it as a very easy DP button. Like it's kind of cool. There was a reason I didn't do medium heavy. I forgot what it was though. I think it was because light punch took priority instead of the medium coming out. It would be a light that came out or something like that. I forgot how it worked. There was a reason. I swear.
Is that you didn't like macros?
I hate macros. That's why I never could get into the habit of using one. The only time I think macros are important is if it's a situation that's either impossible or exceedingly difficult to do with just your hands. And there are situations like that where either me or other people using their characters have to press like 6 buttons at once or 5 buttons at once. Not 6, 5. Like there'll be like everything besides medium punch. And it like is this like obscure ass option select that is only applicable on like Valentine versus Filia or something crazy like that. And then I'm like, okay, cool. I respect that macro. That's kind of cool. In general, don't use it unless like you're physically incapable of doing something. Like I have destroyed my wrists with some of my combo routes, but I don't even care. I refuse to use a macro.
Hurt yourself before you use a macro.
Yeah. I am the FGC. This is what we do.
You really are.
Nice lockdown. Not really setting up Oki. So while your opponent is blocking Butcher's Blade, you have plenty of things you could be doing and setting up. You could be like empty jumping, setting up tier toss and whatever. But instead you just kind of waited for Butcher's to end and then like buffer charge and then did it like one single tier shot. You have a lot of time to do all sorts of fun shenanigans while Butcher's Blade is going off. It just takes 50 years to like finish. And your opponent is forced to respect it too. It's not like they can do something to get out of it, really. Even PBGC doesn't really work because Sekhmet has hyper armor. Also, Merc, something I want to comment on. This is a common mistake that people with your team would make, and you're not making it, and that makes me happy. Is that people like get a little bit antsy and then full screen call Butcher's Blade. You seem to be really, really good at only calling it when you need it, which is awesome. And this is especially important for Butcher's Blade because it costs meter every time you call it. About a third of a bar. It builds that meter back if you're on point with her, but that's about it. Alright, well, that went out the window when you whiffed that one, but I think you had good intentions. Nice overhead there.
Yep.
Nice.
For variance, remember, so your opponent was at what do you call it? A chip health, and you just attacked with normal. So remember, you have a projectile that can chip out, and that you can cancel out of with flight, so you can make it really safe.
That is absolutely correct. I don't know about how command normals work, but in general, all specials and supers do chip damage. And normals will never do chip damage. The only exception to that is when Beowulf doesn't have his chair.
Yeah.
I like the lore reason of it. It's cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like you're hitting his belt, so you're chipping away at his pride.
Oh, that is cool. Bad round start.
Yeah, don't do that round start. The only character that can get away with round start super is well, either when you're drunk friends, then walk up segment super, but when you're not with drunk friends, then it should be squiggly SBO. I don't think there's a single other super in the game that you can do round start and get away with.
Yeah.
Oh, tier shots, not tier shot. Sniper sometimes. I don't recommend it. That's also that's like half drunk. That's like buzz. That's like a buzzed round start.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Is there actually anything else?
Not unless you read something.
Yeah, nah, yeah. Round start SSJ is secretly legit. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, you are. You don't do round start SSJ.
You're that's wrong.
It's wrong. It does work more often than it should, but no, don't do that.
So if you got the read.
Yeah. On read, you can do anything. It's fine, like because you had to read. But like,
You can do anything.
yeah. That being said, it's not smart because if your read was wrong, then you get hecked up real bad.
Yeah.
Nice pokes. Misspaced the last one, but that was kind of cool. You're backing off and still trying to keep your opponent stuck, trying to frame trap them into something. Does that even count as a fastball? Since you were going upward before you did Spiral Flare, because you bounced off, I don't think that fastballs at all. Does it? I don't know how that works.
Also, I think at that point you were already Golden Burst. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but like, I think he could have just bursted there with no problem.
Yeah. So after, I think it's 90 frames of sparks flying out, so about a second and a half, your burst becomes safe. It makes a slightly different sound if you listen to the bursty sounds, and you'll see it's like a slightly different color. And what that means is when you burst, before your iframes run out, you'll be safe. Like, you'll be able to just hold back and block it all. Normally, you're vulnerable after a burst. That's the whole idea of a burst bait. But after 90 frames, it becomes safe. You can pop, and then hold back, and then you're fine.
Yeah.
Did Crank go through a voice change or get a new mic? Neither. Unfortunately, I'm talking on my laptop mic because I'm in the process of moving. That's actually why I've been AFK. I haven't had internet or anything. I just got internet and I found out that they lied to me about my service, so I don't have enough data like bandwidth to stream properly, but I'm still gonna test it out. Hopefully I can get away with it. So there's a lot of things going on. But my mic is in a box somewhere. Like I don't have it with me. No, I did unpack it. But it's not with me. I did unpack it though. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. So time for the grand finale. Oh, do you have any final comments?
None that I can think of.
Cool. So final match of the evening, the highlight itself, Facade versus Hillbilly. I think Facade lied on our thing because I feel like you've probably played twice as much as that, but call me crazy. I don't know. You definitely play at the skill level like you played twice as much as the hours you listed, but whatever.
I might want to play Facade.
Yeah, go ahead and fight Facade after the challenge people to sets, guys. Like that's a skill that nobody in the fighting game community has. Like literally just I am somebody and be like on Steam, just be like, hey, you're pretty cool. Can I fight you? And then challenge them to a set.
Dude, I did that with Yo-Yo recently.
Nice.
It was 3 a.m, and I was dead tired, and I was like, Yo-Yo, it's time to go. Like, put up your fisticuffs. It was really fun.
Oh man, give it a good old one too.
Yeah, unfortunately, we never found out who the winner of the set was because my internet shut down.
Sadness. Who had the highest score before your internet shut down?
We were it was a first to 5 and we were 4-3, I think. So 4-3 for Yo-Yo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Crank, you're pretty cool. Can I fight you? Yes, but I don't have my stick. Unfortunately, I cannot fight you right now. Challenge me Sunday night. I'll probably play. I also literally, I kid you not, I have not touched my controller in well over a month at this point. I haven't played Skullgirls like seriously since April. So expect what you must. All my processing power was spent on pressing my buttons instead of reading you wheels. Sad. Oh. Also, props to all the players to say GG in chat, like after the set.
Yeah.
Special feels to you guys. Like, appreciate the well-mannered community. Skullgirls is especially known for that.
Sportsmanship.
Oh, dang, that was almost a dash under. I actually thought that might work. Is there a way you can keep buffering charge while dashing forward? I don't think there is there? If you hit down forward and press 2 punches, do you dash forward? Does that work?
I'm not sure. I don't think it does, but I'm not
If
sure.
it does work, then that'd be really cool if people were canceling dash into pillar. That would be very exciting.
Yeah, I like that Billy conversion.
Yay, cross up overheads. Yeah, falling overheads. Ooh, yeah. Careful with the bypasses there. You want to hit confirm that bypass. Bypass is not safe. Light bypass is, I think, kind of safe. You're not an advantage after it, but it's kind of safe. It's a thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say about these guys because they're really good. So kind of just sit back and enjoy the show. Gil has hit me up with the dash pillar before. Oh, so that actually works? No one does that. Why doesn't anyone do that? I'll do it next Get Great if you match me up with Penny. Yeah, sure. Just remind me in case I forget.
Target confirmed.
Time for your physical.
Just join and mention in the notes. It's like, I want to fight Penny. And if I don't match you up against Penny, yell at me. I'll be like, I'm sorry. Or, yes. And if I don't fight you before the next Get Great, DM me very angry emotes or something. And I will challenge you to a set. Ooh, went for the fastball setup and actually jabbed out of it. I'm actually surprised Hillbilly was able to jab out of it. And I think Hillbilly was surprised too, because they did not convert at all. They just kind of went back to down backing. All that red health going away.
It's a lot.
Oh, that barely converted. Whoa, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Instant hit cross-ups. Let's go. Oh, yeah. That was a really smart backdash out of Facade. So it's funny that I said early on today that like backdashes are completely useless, but then Facade used it perfectly to space that one out. Yeah, they weren't at advantage after the backdash, but it did mean that Hillbilly's mix-up was significantly more readable. Because now you just see the slowly approaching Valentine get above you. You're gonna DM me angry emotes. Aw, snap.
Awesome.
Squiggly's Demon, BM or not BM? I say BM. Or I say not BM. I agree, it's not BM. It's basically a free. It's not free at all. It's 5 meter. It's the same thing as Center Stage Daisy, because it has hit stop at start. And there are setups that unless they're holding up already, like they just instantly get hit. by it, and it does half a life bar. Is it good? No, absolutely not. Do not use it. That being said, it is a tool. It doesn't. My main problem with it is that it doesn't cover anything that like other tools don't. The main advantage of it is it doesn't have the 9 frames of vulnerable startup that Center Stage does. That's it. It's also grab vulnerable, and I don't know why any level 5 ever is grab vulnerable. It literally loses to Daisy. Squiggly's level 5 loses to Daisy. When I found out about that, I was so upset.
Yeah. But what do you call it? And if you're playing Squiggly properly, you will rarely ever find yourself in a situation where you have 5 meter to spend anyway.
Yeah. Well, if you're playing Squiggly properly, then she's never on point. So you wouldn't be using level 5 in general.
You're playing Squiggly properly, you're not playing Squiggly.
Yeah, use her as an assist, honestly. She has godlike assist, and everything else sucks. And they actually had to nerf her assist. That was like the only nerf she's ever gotten that like has stayed. Her assist used to autocorrect twice. Once during stance startup, and once during after like actual startup. Wait, Squiggly level 5 loses to Daisy? Yeah. Isn't that great? Or awful, depending on who you are.
Yeah. Sadness.
I like it because it's really funny.
Too.
Like, it makes me really angry, but I'm also kind of happy it's a thing because now I have a reason to be upset. I level him 5 on purpose. You're not the only one. Well, actually, you said Kappa, so I guess you are. There's only one person that really does. That's Triviality. Triviality actually included level 5 into their set play, and it was godlike. They used it on Duckator in Grand Finals once to win. I do not have that clip to back it up, but it was super cool. And then Triv basically never played again. I don't know what happened to Triv. They just kind of stopped playing. They moved on to bigger things, I guess. But they were an exceedingly talented player. They would have definitely gone places, and I think they were probably. You can probably count on one hand the number of people who really play Squiggly properly on point, and Triv was definitely one of them.
No.
I'm a para who hates fighting Squiggly, so I'm not so secretly happy with it. That's funny, because like Parasol has some of the best anti-airs in the game, and Squiggly is like, what's that? You anti-aired me? I guess I lose now. That's not completely true. I mean, I guess she has the tools to like completely tear apart Parasol pressure, but that assumes you have godlike instincts. Pop.
Who else plays Squiggly Point properly?
Who plays Squiggly Point?
Properly.
Oh, properly.
Yeah. Is it what do you call it? Oh.
It's not Magic Man. There's I forgot his name. There's one person who does, like, that's in Japan somewhere. Triv definitely does. Big Tony, I would say, is getting to the point where I would say, okay, this person's definitely doing some really, really smart stuff with Squiggly, and it's actually really fascinating to watch him play.
What about
Nephros is up
PS4?
there. On PS4?
Yeah, who's that PS4 guy? We had like
Oh, a Divas?
Davis.
No, I don't think Adivas honestly takes advantage of everything that makes Squiggly really, really good.
Okay.
I think Adivas is an extremely talented player and has really, really good game sense. But I honestly would go as far as to say Squiggly's his weakest link. Even though he's like the most iconic Squiggly player, probably. He's the only. He was the first Squiggly player to make it to a top 8 in Combo Breaker, I think. I don't think there was anyone else. Unless you count Winged, but Wing is definitely. I wouldn't call Wing a Squiggly player, per se, even though he has one of the best Squigglies out there. Because he doesn't play her like Squiggly. He just kind of plays her like a Skullgirls character. Big Tony's a celebrity. Yeah, Big Tony's amazing. 159 Man is... I don't know. Because 159 Man is undeniably one of the best Squiggly players out there, like, results-wise. But the way he plays Squiggly is, like... It's more like he plays Big Band Assist, and the Squiggly is just a nice touch. Because the way he plays Squiggly is, like, he takes really, really good advantage of, like, the tools she offers. and makes them unfair with Big Band. It's not so much that he's squeezing out all this really cool tech. Fuzzy Snugs used to be, not anymore. I would say Fuzzy Snug has fell off significantly as a Squiggly player.
Yeah.
I think in the last 2 years, it's been less and less impressive what he does with Squiggly. Does he still play Squiggly, actually? I don't even know if he still plays Squiggly. I guess the better question would be, does he still play?
I want to be a good Squiggly player.
You have the execution for it.
Oh, thanks.
I'd 1v1 any Squiggly, though. Yeah, like Squiggly Mirror, or like just 1v1 in general? Because Squiggly is a horrible solo, so obviously anyone would want to take that bet. Squiggly Mirrors are a nightmare. I think that's my worst matchup, Squiggly Mirrors. They drive me nuts.
They're weird.
I would say it's probably the weirdest matchup in the game. I personally really, really feel that way. Peacock is very another tough mirror, but like it's not that. It makes sense in my head when Peacock versus Peacock happens.
Yeah. Squiggly mirrors are very like, what do you call it?
You cut out. I don't know what you were trying to say.
Oh, I said squiggly mirrors are very like, who's gonna do the thing first?
Yeah, it's very much like whoever does the thing first loses, so no one wants to do a thing. But if you don't do a thing, then you lose because the other person could do a thing first. So it's this really dumb rock, paper, scissors, except it's like more like rock and rock. A wild squiggly appears in quick match. Who jumping light kicks first? Exactly. The person who you can beat a jumping light kick by waiting for the recovery frames of jumping light kick, so waiting it out, or literally jumping like three or four frames after your opponent, and then if your opponent just down back, then you actually beat him out with jumping light kick, because you can do a jumping light kick again and frame trap them stuck and keep them stuck blocking, because you'll land before 18 frames. There's like weird math that makes just the right away from round step the game becomes dumb. Wow, that was a really clean counter hit. Oh, that was a really clean combo and like conversion off the counter hit too. That was really dope. No, you did heavy bypass. Hillbilly, no. Big Tony kills me on a regular basis, so it's weird hearing Americans talk about him. Oh yeah, no, Big Tony's dope. He's also the only person that continues to encourage me to actually try and make Sing Assist work. That being said, I've found ways to make Sing Assist work. I'm dropping ban forever, and that means Sing Assist is now significantly worse, but I'm still going to try it.
Bando.
Bands can eat my dick. I swear to God, I hate that character so much. I literally I've not touched ban in like months back when I even still played the game. Like I literally am done with ban. I keep saying it, but this time I mean it. Like I'm just literally not touching that character ever again. I hate him so much.
Oh boy.
The only time I play him is when I play solo band, and that's because I never do a combo. I literally play with 2 buttons. I play with crouching hard punch and light brass and medium brass. 3 buttons, I guess. And it's really funny because I almost beat JP using literally only those 3 buttons. It was absolutely amazing because of what you can do in neutral with those 3 tools.
Yeah.
Band is fat and stupid. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of picking up Band. Go for it, buddy. Like, Band is pretty good. Like, I personally... Kenji thinks he's the worst character in the game. I say he's, like, bottom 3. But, like... a lot of pro players think he's just the best, and they definitely know better than I do. So, I say definitely check him out. And also, tier lists don't matter at all in this game. So, just play the characters you like. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm also probably the only Band main that has never... Well, X main, I guess. But, like, I'm the only person that tried to main Band that never, ever learned a song, when most people just, like, it's like the first thing they learn. The first time I did a set against Mike Z turned to me and told me you should probably learn how to make a song. I mean, if your Band isn't the worst, then who is? Well, I was going to say Painwheel, so I guess I can't do that now.
Robo?
No.
No?
Yeah. No, maybe
Robo?
Robo's in a
Squeaker?
weird place. Because,
Mhm.
like, with an assist, Robo's pretty legit.
Mm.
Solo Robo even works, I would say. It's like more than Solo Squiggly will ever. Does band point work? Yes. Watch Doppler.
Yeah. Peacock assist.
Yeah, Peacock Light George assist is absolutely unfair. Also, D&D
It's
assist, Dragon Bite.
unfair.
Yeah, Dragon Bite assist is also really, really unfair with band because literally every single move you have becomes safe. Solo Squiggly is secretly god tier. About a year ago, I would have literally banned you from the stream, but not seriously. But I would have very enthusiastically argued against it. Lately, because I made my vortex and I found out the options my vortex covers, I think I might be able to make Solo Squiggly work. And Yo-Yo did make Solo Squiggly work, but mostly just to piss me off. So that's the thing. The guy who just won Eurofight an hour ago played Blind Point. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, Solo Squiggly. Solo Squiggly is such a disaster. You can make it work, can you? I do make it work. You play Solo Squiggly? You play like 4 different teams, I thought. I don't think I've ever seen you play Solo Squiggly.
Is the 4th match still going? I got kicked out a long time ago.
No, it's
And-
over. People just staring
It's
at us
over?
like, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me try and get back in there, because I think lobby worked on me.
Yeah, you play Anchor Squiggly, that's true. But the way I understood your team is the goal is to never get past Parasol. Like, Fuqua's there to just go all out, and then when Fuqua dies, you have Parasol Squiggly, which is powerful. And then you hopefully win at that point. Because once Parasol dies, things fall apart. I just assumed that was, like, the mindset. I didn't actually think that you played Anchor Squiggly like it's like a part of the strategy.
Can we get, like, Billy or Facade in here?
Squiggly's your best character individually, yes. Also, Facade, if you want to fight Emmy, go ahead and get in. I gotta go in a bit, so there won't be an open lobby, because I'm not actually at my home. I'm just at a place with internet. So, let's go ahead and do the set that Emmy wants really badly. Let's get this grudge match on stream. Facade, get in here. Emmy's so pissed.
I'm not pissed. I just wanna get beat up.
Pissed.
I'm all about that masochism.
What Skullgirls player isn't a masochist?
You're right.
JP was telling somebody that they're a sadist, and like in my head, I'm just like, no, they're not. They play Skullgirls. Like they can't be. It's not a thing.
You can be sadomasochistic.
Doesn't make
Those
sense.
are not mutually exclusive.
I mean, I guess you're right.
Oh.
It's the wheel of pain. JP revels in the tears of Scrubs. I think Penny more than JP does, honestly. Like, we make fun of JP about this all the time, but I genuinely think that Penny's the person that truly just dines on the tears of quick match players.
Yeah, JP doesn't like. JP just kind of can't stop himself.
Yeah.
JP is just a big boy who has too much strength, and he doesn't know how to hold back. Whereas, like JP's more like JP hurts himself more often than he hurts other people.
It's kind of interesting. He's changed a lot, but when he first joined the Get Gr8 staff, anytime he got someone to rage quit in quick match, he would feel so bad. Like he would be like really sad about it and like talk about it for a while. He's like, no, don't, and like try to message them, get them to feel better. Now he's more of a dick, but like he's learned to toughen up. But that's the kind of person JP is.
Yeah, but he doesn't like revel in it by any means.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like
He doesn't
look
like
for that.
eliminating people.
Yeah. He just likes the video game, and he likes hurting himself playing the video game.
Alright, I don't think Fasad's here. Did you add Fasad by any chance? No, you did not. I will add Fasad.
I did. Um.
I'll give it like 2 more minutes. If Fasad doesn't show up, we're just done.
What if Billy shows up? Can you
Ooh,
fight Billy? Billy?
Billy? Oh, Hillbilly.
Yeah.
You can fight Hillbilly
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. If you're here, Billy, come at me, bro.
And I knew him as GGA question mark in quick match. I got so salty. I know a lot of people. There's literally a Discord filled with JP haters somewhere. I've seen screenshots of it. It's actually hilarious watching them go off. They think he only wins because of lag, and I'm just like, what? JP literally never lags.
Yeah. That's dumb.
JP was just silently watching Discord because the other people didn't realize he was just there. And then he responded with, does anyone want to challenge me to a set? Like, just freaking put your money where your mouth is, or whatever. And everyone just went quiet in the fucking channel. It was pitiful to watch. Just pay attention and frequently say, oh, that's a thing that can happen. Yes. That's how you should treat like every set like that. You should treat every set as a learning opportunity. I mean, winning feels good, and to some people that's their sole motivator. Like for Kenji, that's their sole motivation. Like they like winning and they want to win. And I respect that. That being said, like it puts a hard cap on how far you're gonna get, I feel like. I personally would say that. Kenji might disagree, but that's a debate for another time. Alright, I mean, I'm sorry. Time limit's up.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Next week.
Next week.
But you don't have to wait a week to challenge them to a set. Just go ahead and send them an IM. They'll probably get back to you at some arbitrary point. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for Skullgirls Get Gr8. I was your host of the Crank Machine. Joining me was Gaxabro, aka Emmy. Y'all are cool. Thanks for chilling. We had a pretty decent turnout. I was pretty happy about that. Normally, winter's the dead season of Skullgirls until like late January and early February. People don't start picking up the game again. So seeing 7-8 people turn out for that was really, really awesome. I was really happy about that. So keep on practicing, guys. Don't give up. Fight the seasonal mood and push forward. Keep practicing. Improve your play, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Yeah.